my father let my older brother and I watch horror movies growing up. And in a weird way, we'd be on the couch, he's watching the horror movie, and we'd be sleeping there and like peeking, and he'd check on us, and we'd go, that type of thing. But we were fascinated with it. Like Puppet Masters, I loved. Jason, I had the mask. Chucky, I had the doll. Like all these things I laughed at. They weren't scary, but they were like funny for me. And then came Freddy when I watched Freddy Krueger on Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, and it was one of those things where I liked to sleep as a kid. I had stuffed animals, and after seeing Freddy, and one of those things where, because I was a tough kid, I had older brothers, I got in fights with them, I learned to defend myself. But that thing where this character can attack you in your sleep, you can't protect yourself. I mean, you can't beat someone up in your sleep in a way. So that kind of terrified me. It's the first thing that I remember that really put fear in my eyes. So I really give Freddy the credit of me not sleeping much. The makeup's amazing. It really is. And it's weird. It's really weird talking with Jackie, and he's one of the sweetest, nicest actors I've worked with. And it's really cool because I've been a big fan. He's talented. He really is. I look up to him. And with all the stuff, he just is a brilliant actor. Katie, I've known she was the first actress I met here in LA. We met when I was 18, and I think she was 16, and I didn't know I wanted to be an actor then. So it's really cool meeting her. I don't think she's shared this story, but we just met at a mall, and she was super cool, and I was hanging out with my family. She was there with friends, and it's kind of like she was probably one of my first friends in LA. And then I realized what she was doing, and I was like, that's really cool. And then I got into acting. And then we shot Abercrombie together also, and it was just one of these things where it's great to, I've known her this long, and finally we get to work together, so it's kind of cool to me. Yeah, so pretty much with my character, he's the troubled kid who you really want to root for. You sense a lot of issues going on just by looking at him. Obviously you can tell by the makeup I have on that I'm trying to look like I've been up for several days, and with doing that, my character describes his visions and his nightmares of Freddy to Katie Cassidy's character Chris, and he's just mentally messed up and just doesn't want to go to sleep, so he's on pills. He comes to this diner to drink coffee and stay awake, and with that he just hallucinates sometimes and falls into that dreamlike state and actually ends up falling asleep. Yeah, it's funny, with talking to the producers who are awesome, they're like, why don't you just stay up and do it on? And I did that. I stayed up for a couple of days straight, and it's not necessarily method, but it's tough for me because I'm such a jovial person in life, and I have roommates who, I'm trying to not go to bed, so of course they're great to have around to keep me up, and it's just it's a fun little process because you find it within yourself, the kind of hallucination state, the semi-somnus state where you're half awake, half asleep.